We are following breaking news right now. A small plane crashing in Virginia just moments after a loud explosion is heard around our nation's capital. The White House says the president was briefed on the incident. Correspondent Evan Moon joins us live now. Evan, you've been staying on top of this breaking news. What have you learned?
Yeah, Brooke, and we are still gathering information on what caused this crash and who might have been inside the aircraft. But what we are hearing now is that a light aircraft, a Cessna aircraft, which can carry between 7 to 12 passengers, similar to what you are seeing here, crashed into a mountainous terrain in Southwest Virginia late this afternoon. Now, notably, before crashing, the Cessna plane was being tailed by jet fighters after violating D.C. airspace, according to U.S. officials. The jet fighters actually caused what's called a sonic boom over the U.S. Capitol as they raced to catch up with this Cessna plane. That loud noise was heard by many in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area. But U.S. officials say the jet fighters did not cause the crash. Capitol Police tweeting that this was, quote, an unresponsive pilot believed to be flying on autopilot who did not respond to authorities' efforts to make contact with it. According to the FAA, the plane took off from Elizabethton, Tennessee, and was bound for Long Island MacArthur Airport in New York. Of course, we're still waiting to hear about any casualties and the cause of the crash, Brooke, but the FAA will investigate this.
All right, Evan Moon, staying on top of that for us from D.C. Thank you. We want to welcome in now Major General William Enyart. Major General, thank you so much for being here.
Great to be with you, Brooke.
I want to get your take on this crash here. In your experience, kind of walk us through what you think happened here.
Well, Brooke, anytime you've got an aircraft that's non-responsive in the national capital region, folks get awfully jumpy. You know, those of us who lived through 9/11 certainly remember that, and the D.C. National Guard, Air National Guard, responded absolutely brilliantly here. And you know, we've seen this sort of thing happen before, where you may recall several years ago there was an episode where a private jet that was carrying a professional golfer and crew had evidently an oxygen failure. And so the folks went into hypoxia. In fact, they probably died before the plane crashed. And we sent up a jet fighter to chase that down. Luckily, though, that was out in the Midwest, and so it wound up. It wasn't in nearly as sensitive an area. It was over farmland. It wasn't nearly as sensitive an area as Washington, D.C. So this certainly is a tragedy for the pilot and for anyone else who's on that aircraft. But I think the Air National Guard responded exactly as they're trained to do here.
What would they have done before these fighter jets scrambled?
What would they have done? Well, they would have been tracking that aircraft carefully. They would have been talking to the aircraft, trying to talk to the aircraft and communicate. And clearly, with the pilot being non-responsive, they weren't able to succeed in communicating with him, which is why they scrambled the fighters, and it's why the F-16s caused those sonic booms that rattled everybody's window in that whole metropolitan area, because they were in a hurry to get there. Just in case they would have had to have shot that plane down.
Yeah, from what we've heard, flares were launched. Pilots said they didn't shoot the plane down. Are there any other options when a pilot is unresponsive?
Well, you watch it carefully, and as happened with the previous incident I was talking about, the plane wound up crashing. Had it been a situation where there was a danger to the public, then you have to make a judgment call. And that call is, do you shoot the plane down or not? And it's not an easy decision to make. It's not the kind of call anybody ever wants to have to make. But they are prepared to make that call, particularly when you're flying over areas as sensitive as the capital of the United States of America.
Right. Yeah, you said they get a little jumpy, and rightfully so, in our nation's capital.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.